Don't often get a chance to come on ground that's been turned over. So look at that. I don't know what that's from, but that's substantial and old, that, isn't it? That's overkill, whatever that job was. Right. You can see it just embedded there. That's a half crown, but unfortunately not a silver one. So it'll be on 1947. Is it? It's quite a nice colour. Half crown. 1950. Queen's father. Quite a nice red colour. And then there was that. Look at that thing. Again, farmer's going to be pleased to get that off his field. And that's old, isn't it? Geez, that's heavy. So another coin, same coloration. Round about the same time period, a shilling. With this reddish colour. First sign of anything older on this field. That was a 17 signal, and it's a musket ball. Okay, so there's a 23 signal in here, so it's probably trash. Oh, that's too light. Oh, what's that? It's very light, so I don't think it's not silver. It's definitely not gold. Is that? Seen, or G-I-E-N-E. That looks like G-C-E-N-E. Is that like off a drinks bottle? It's loud. 15 signal, but not a great 15 signal. You get plenty of these. Shotgun cap. So older finds are sparse. So this is a rolled up piece of lead. So it's either a loom weight or a fishing weight. That could be a bit older, but probably not that old. Don't know. Off the leg of a bird. Can't really. H something. Is that W-H-U? And then 10. And then is that a capital N? Is that a big 5? 017. Yeah. Just had this on a 16 signal. It's a buckle, but it looks like it might be quite complete and quite nice. So I'll just get the toothbrush and give it a gentle clean and see what it looks like. Yeah, so that's quite nice. There's a bit of a design on it and it looks fairly complete. There's some movement on it, so yeah, all in all that's a reasonable find. I'll put it in some water overnight and soften that mud up, get the rest of it out, put it in some oil. Should be quite nice. Don't know the age. I'm not so good on artifacts. Coins are far easier to date, but that's pretty good. Right, so I've been having a bit of a wander up and down, and we've got a bit of a mixed bag here. So bottle tops, those two very good signals. Someone's probably working up here and bringing a bottle of Tizer or something with them. Buttons, 3 of. So yeah, reasonably big this time. This was deep. I think this is a dandy button. So after they'd given the what's it called, yeah, oh, what are they called, you know, the strongly religious people who didn't like you to show off, after they'd given them the boot, I think people started showing off a bit more with the clothing. Look at the size of that, that would have been big and shiny. Just a dribble of metal, whatever that is, bit of can, new tubes, right, bit of lead. Okay, now the interesting finds. So that head is looking to the right, so I thought it was going to be a George III, but I believe, see how it's off centre, I believe that's a George I. I think they must have been hammered copper coin, at a guess. It's off centre, isn't it? So I think that's George I. You don't get many of them, so I'm quite pleased with that. It'll come up a bit better after it's been in oil. So yeah, quite chuffed. Don't get many George I. Right, now this I thought, is it a nail? But it's quite strong. I'm not sure the age of that. It could be very old. I've had one of these similar, but in more of a copper, and it's bent. Looks like some kind of tool. The previous one that I had, someone said it could be to do with dentistry. So can you imagine that, getting in your teeth, try and winkle them out or whatever. Bit gruesome, isn't it? Or could it be, you know, for cleaning under your nails? Could it be for cleaning horses' hooves? Got no idea what that is and what it's for. Could just be a nail with a bit of a bend in it, but it's got a bit of a look of a tool to me. No jokes please, thank you. Right, another trip up and down. So this is what you're up against. Someone working on the farm, could be up here, having a bottle of iron brew, you know, every day of the year, sitting on the grass, chucking the top in the field. Who knows? Lumps of lead. Yeah, so getting battered on here. It's so difficult digging the ground. It takes ages to get this, to break the top and wiggle the spade inside. Lead again, bit of copper tubing, some kind of clip, bit of a new tube, tiny little button, cooperative token, the Stanhill Industrial Society, Cooperative Society, 6p. Don't think there's anything on that side. And 2 toasted copper coins. You can just see, I think that's George, I think they're George III. Yeah, just had this on a 19 signal. There's a dent there and one there, so I assume it had cordage going through, and it's some kind of weight, maybe fishing, whatever, who knows. That's a nice old thing. So that's the tail so far. Buttons, yeah, nothing great, but then I've seen this come out. spindle whorl, and it's a cracker. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. There'll be some age on that, but look at that. Love that. Oof. Absolute beauty. Wow. Try and put me back to the wind. Just a gentle clean on the field. Yes, I'm really chuffed with that. That could be, yeah, well, I reckon there's some age to that. Could be Viking anything on here. Yeah. So they would have been sat here making clothes or something, spinning. Oh, Matilda, I do like your new spindle wheel. I'll have to get one of them. Oh, she's a copycat, that Matilda.